Well, we're joined now by Junaid Sultan, who's a consultant vascular surgeon who worked in Gaza back in April. He joins us live from Hull here in the UK. Junaid, thank you very much for speaking to us here on TRT World. As I said there, you've witnessed firsthand what it's like working in these hospitals in Gaza in this war. Can you describe to us, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and giving me a chance to raise this awareness. I will describe it in one word as Armageddon. And what I saw was absolutely chaos, hunger, fear, death, suffering, and a lot of devastation. And the healthcare infrastructure has been completely decimated and destroyed. And it has been directly used as a weapon of warfare, which is unfortunate and which is against the international humanitarian laws.
And it's the sheer scale of children, the number of children that are dying and suffering. As we were discussing with Ashraf Shannon, who's in Khan Yunis, they really are the ones that are bearing the brunt of this war. They have from the beginning, and they continue to do so. We've seen from the latest attacks on Gaza City.
So pretty much when I was there, I witnessed myself, 2/3 of my patients were children and women. And every time there were like families coming and the whole family were being kind of, attacked and killed or injured as part of that. And most of the mission members I spoke to, and not only just but every other mission member, like many others, they all witnessed the same thing. So the experience has been universal across all the humanitarian missions. And that makes us question that, is it truly a war? Because what we see is that like every day, like 2/3 of the injuries or casualties which come are just of children.
And Israel have insisted that Hamas members have been inside some of these hospitals that they've been targeting. Did you ever see any evidence of that whilst you were there?
Not at all. And there is absolutely no such evidence of that. We never witnessed any Hamas fighter or anyone in these hospitals. I myself worked at the European General Hospital for nearly 2.5 weeks. And during that, no evidence of that at all. And the humanitarian mission's been going there for more than a year nearly now. And nobody has ever witnessed any such thing.
And Junaid, the Palestinian Red Crescent saying now that in Gaza City in particular, all of their services, all their facilities are now out of service. They've stopped functioning. Just how significant is that?
It is of very significant importance. And like I mentioned before, that it has been directly used as a weapon of warfare, because the way the healthcare infrastructure has been decimated and dismantled, it is having a direct and indirect impact on the casualties and number of injuries and deaths. Right now, the main the main hospital, European General Hospital, has been evacuated and it's out of order. That was essentially the main hospital with the main or major facilities, and that has been out of order right now. Plus, the other primary care centers for Palestinian Red Crescent, that 5 of them have been evacuated. So this means then when patients are not able to go to a proper hospital or to the primary care setup, where can they go for their casualties, where they can go and get any sort of a treatment? So as a result, patients are having no medical care at all. And that is kind of, making them lose their lives, limbs, plus a lot of other problems at all. The impact of closure of the RCS center is even significant in the way, because you must have seen a report by WHO in which they have shown that 150,000 or more patients are having skin diseases and other communicable diseases, which includes the chest, hepatitis A, and many other communicable diseases. And these patients are having a huge significant impact on these patients, because when they are not able to get any treatment, it spreads and it results in further casualties. So there is a huge impact due to that.
Junaid, we really appreciate you sharing your experience of what it was like as a surgeon out in Gaza and for sharing your thoughts here on TRT World. Junaid Sultan speaking to us there live from Hull here in the UK.